I'm Jason Perry. I'm a record producer and songwriter, and today I'm at ACM doing a masterclass. I'm going to answer some questions for sound on sound. I used to be in a band 10 years ago now, a band called A, who were a British rock band at the time of many British rock bands, when rock music was big. I think we signed in '96 to Warner's, and then we finished in 2003, toured the world many times, and then I went from there to producing and writing McBusted and McFly and lots of rock bands after that. So my background as a performer really does influence my work as a record producer, because I can kind of speak both languages and speak both sides of the desk. So I can speak the language of the record label and the manager, and also I know how it feels to be the other side in the band. And that's the most important side. I try and break down those walls all the time. It's all about the band, how they feel, where they are, where we're having fun. I think the main thing I learned when I was in a band, because I was a singer, is that I hated vocal booths. And I hated to be the guy stood in a vocal booth feeling like you're being watched by everybody. And this thing here, wherever it is on this desk, the talkback button, is the worst thing in recorded history. And to me, is the worst piece of equipment in a studio. So I always do vocals here if I'm in the studio, and the singer's next to me, and they're either standing up or sitting down, and the rest of the band can be around, and I can punch them and tickle them and push them, and they can throw water at me, and we can just communicate like people, not like, that was a good one, do me another one. So that's the main thing I learned about, performing and being in a band, and I just feel like I'm an extra member of their band for the day or the hour or the month or the year, and I'm just there to help them do whatever they want to do. So the key to a lasting career in music is, I've no idea. Ask me in 20 years, because it changes all the time, and right now pop music's really big, and most of that I think is awful, but 5% of it's amazing, and I guess it's always been the way. Bands are struggling, it's tough, and I've always tried to have a job inside the studio and a job outside the studio with real adults and in a real office, which is why I did music supervision and work for record labels and A&R and stuff as well. So I just think just being good with people and enjoying music, that's it really. If I was starting out in the music industry now, the number one thing I'd do is be amazing. I know that sounds obvious, but I think the difference between now and 20 years ago is this sense of entitlement because of technology and because of all the help that's available on the internet and places like this, that you almost feels easier than ever to make it, which actually means it's harder than ever to make it. Whereas 15, 20 years ago, you had to be incredible to get a record deal, and you still do now, but I think that's been forgotten. I just did 2 songs with this girl from America who's incredible, got an amazing voice, 2 great songs, but she's not going to get a record deal out of it, because she needs to go out and find herself and be in a band and find a band and a sound and an image and live it for 4 or 5 years or 2 years or whatever, but not just like, I've recorded some songs, now where's my record deal? That's the main difference now. So I'd be incredible, be better than anybody. Check Your Head by the Beastie Boys, Power Windows by Rush, and any of the Coldplay records, because for some reason Coldplay just get better and better every record, and I just sit there just going, how have you done this again? How have you got better? How have you managed to retain who you are, make it seem effortless, like you didn't even try, and then just get better? Mind-blowing. Molotov, last album, because we won a Grammy. Yeah, always wanted to do that. T.